Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about Daemon X Machina Titanic Scion, and we're going to try to help you decide which version you should buy. If you're going to go with the physical version, you need to know what's included with each edition. There's a $100 edition, and then there's the base $70 edition. And then there's 3 different versions digitally. And this goes across all platforms except for Steam. Steam obviously doesn't get a physical edition. But shockingly, the Xbox does. And that's shocking because Microsoft pretty much went all digital last year, and their physical presence pretty much isn't in stores anymore. Like, unless it's older games or stuff like that, yeah, they're pretty much all in on digital. So let's go over to their main website, and then we'll go over to the storefronts of either Switch or the PlayStation 5, see which one has the best information. I'll probably just use Steam because Steam has it all laid out. Let's get to it. All right, so here we are over on the main website here. It's, like I said, it's coming to every platform, major platform, or current gen. And here is the physical collector's edition that's $100, and it comes with, and this is available for every system except, like I said, Steam. It's coming with the full color art book, the original soundtrack on CD, which is crazy that stuff comes on CD still because, let's face it, everything is, when it comes to music, it's digital. Like, that's funny. That's funny to me. 3 Fight Tog keychains, and then a 3D acrylic diorama. So that is what you get with the collector's $100 collector's edition. If you notice something, it does not come with the DLC. There is an extra DLC map. There's DLC skins and stuff like that. But it does not come with the physical edition. So if you're expecting to get all the digital goods with this edition, I'm unfortunately here to report that is not the case. However, when it comes to the Switch 2 version, it is on the cartridge. So the Switch version is not a key card, which is great news. We've known that for a while now, so it's on the cartridge. But then you have the Series X and the PlayStation 5 version, which I'm not sure if they're on the actual disc. I would assume it's on the PS5 disc, but on Xbox, most of the games I would buy physically on the Xbox it would just prompt you to go download the game. So keep that in mind when it comes to the physical edition of Xbox. It might just be technically a key card type situation, but we'll have to wait and see. It doesn't state here anywhere, but they've publicly said that it's definitely going to be on the cartridge for the Nintendo Switch 2. Now, what do you get? All right, so here we are over on the Nintendo eShop. I feel like this has a good breakdown of everything and what you're getting. So let's just go through this. So this is the $100 edition, digital. And there is a pre-order bonus, but only for the digital version, which is crazy. It says it might be available later for free, which is kind of weird because then what's the point of pre-ordering it if you're just going to get the pre-ordered content free? It's kind of a slap in the face for those that actually pre-order the game digitally. But it is definitely not fair to those who buy it physically because now you're SOL on the content. Although I don't think it's that big of a deal. It's like skins and stuff. So it is what it is. So for the pre-order bonus, we'll go down here first and we'll go over that. It's way down here at the bottom. It says digital pre-order bonus. You get an Arsenal skin, Bahamut, beguiling suit, outer suit, special equipment, Victorious Gleam, laser sword. Pre-order by September 4th, 2025 to receive the above items. The design, contents, and functionality of the items is subject to change without notice. The included bonus items may be sold or distributed for free at a later date. DLC will be accessible in-game after progressing to the necessary point in the story. Digital bonus, purchase bonus, special equipment, variable breadth longbow, bonus attachment set 1, bonus item set. That's what you get just for buying it digitally, so keep that in mind. Now up to the actual DLC that comes with the digital $100 edition. They're really like trying to incentivize you to go digital, which is funny because they just made all this big deal about the game actually being on the cartridge here in America. I believe it's a key card over in Japan, which is kind of weird because that should be their target audience. Anyway, so here is what it comes with, and we got pictures on the Switch. That's why I picked the Switch version. So if you buy the $100 edition, this is what it comes with, but you don't have access to it right away. Some of the stuff doesn't have an official release date, so they just put 12/31. But the stuff you do get on day one is the stuff here. So let's look. You get the digital art book, which is like a special app. If you've had digital stuff on the PlayStation before, it's basically, it treats it like an app. You load it and it's just like a kind of like a visual novel, but it's type thing. So it'll have all the visual stuff here. So it'll just be on your Switch, not an actual book like the physical edition. So there's that. I like how they have pictures of this too. And then this is one of the weapon sets you get for the digital Ultimate Edition or Deluxe Edition. We got a good picture here, what it looks like. My stupid head's blocking it. And if you buy it separately, it's $3.99. So if you buy the physical edition, you can still get this stuff. It's not locked to the digital edition. You just have to spend a little extra cash to get it. So there's that. And then the next thing, this is what I want the most, and that's these awesome skins for your arsenal. In fact, I'm going to shrink my head here so you can see them. Those look freaking cool, especially the one on the left, the arsenal skin. I definitely want to get this. So if I buy it physically, I'll probably get this. Obviously digital. I don't really care about the weapons pack or the digital art book. And then you get some outer sets which will not be available day one. They will be available later date. This gives me hope because the last game had a bunch of outfits for your creator character. I almost said wrestler because of my wrestling channel. Hopefully there's a bunch of different skins for your mech too, because in this game you can set your parts, whatever your best parts are, and then like most games nowadays when they do that, you can go over to the next section and apply the ones you think look the coolest. So it'll overtake that, but it won't affect your stats at all. That needs to be a standard going forward, because in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 you can't do that. And if they just added that in, that would be amazing. I think their fix for that was the QQ Bang Bang things, which are confusing. So yeah, there's that. Nothing to write home about in my opinion. And then the biggest thing here is the extra actual story content. And it says expand your adventure with never before seen bosses, a new map, area, and new equipment. Into the Abyss expansion pack unlocks a new area for you to explore. Powerful new monsters and dangerous terrain awaits. The set contains the following downloadable content: new map area, investigation zone, Locus Initi, okay. Tackle new missions, battle never before seen bosses, and obtain new equipment. So new map area, that's pretty cool. Hopefully it's not like some like stupid challenge thing where it's like a boss rush mode or something. So that is really cool. No official release date for that, but that is what you get with the $100 edition. I think for the extra cash, it depends on how big this is, this Into the Abyss thing. For these cosmetic items, $6 for 2 skins. That's a little pricey, if you ask me. Oh, okay, it has more than one. I thought it was just the 2 in the picture. It says Crusader, Rabbit 11, Muramasa, Prototype, and Rossi Fier. Software description provided by publisher. Cool, so you get more than what's just shown here. Okay, never mind, that's much better. So I'm definitely going to pick that up. But the weapon skins, I don't know. Laser rifle, is this actual weapons or is this skins? It looks like actual weapons. So they're giving me like a little bonus. Like a little boost at the beginning. Nice. That's pretty cool. Alright. So yeah, there you have it. It's pretty much what comes with the digital and physical editions. The digital, I don't know, I'm leaning more towards digital. I know I want to get it physically to support physical media because, well, if you look at the shelf behind me, literally, those are all my Switch games and a bunch of other old games over there. N64, but mostly wrestling games are what's behind me because of my wrestling channel. They're all basically right there, and I got a bunch on the shelf over here. I even have a stack of Switch 2 games right here. It's Kirby, Donkey Kong Bonanza, Mario Kart World, Marvel Ultimate Alliance, Pokemon, and Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, which I still haven't played because I was waiting for the Switch 2 edition, but all this other stuff's been coming out. So anyway, hopefully this helps you. I'm leaning more towards the PlayStation 5 version mainly because it runs and looks much nicer on the PlayStation 5. Plus I have a PS5 Pro, so you get that boost too. Unfortunately, the Switch version, Switch 2 version, the more I played the demo, the more like choppy it got. It never crashed on me, but it did have pretty big slowdown and frame rate dips. So hopefully there's a patch day one. There's no reason why this game can't be 60 FPS. It doesn't have the best visuals ever. They could easily, there should be no issue. I guess is what I'm trying to say. There should be no issue to get this game at 60 frames per second on the Nintendo Switch 2. It's a marginal notice difference. If you only play games on the Switch 2, then you're probably not going to notice it because you're used to 30 FPS by now. But if you're playing on the PlayStation 5 Pro or Xbox Series X, even though most of their games are 30 FPS because they go for visual fidelity over performance, which is, I think, stupid. I prefer performance any day of the week. So, yeah, you really have to come to the conclusion, do you want better visuals and performance? Or do you want to be able to play it at any time, anywhere? That's what I'm having an issue with. Now, I know there's a PlayStation handheld coming down the pipeline, but who knows how long that's going to be. And by the time that comes out, I'm going to be way moved on from this game. I'll be playing something else 2 or 3 years from now. So there is that. Heck, I might just buy it on both. Sound in the comments below. Which platform do you plan on buying it on? Are you going with the digital edition that comes with all the DLC goodies? Or are you going to go with the physical edition, which comes with the physical goodies? Thanks for watching. Hopefully this helped you. Leave a like, subscribe, and as always, stay frosty.